Hello, everyone. I'm Mark.
I'm Rob.
And welcome to Mark and Rob's Sports Showdown. And today we're going to talk about prison ball. But first, just a reminder to please subscribe. We need more subscribers, and hit the notification bell when you do. And if you like the video, please hit a like button and also make some intelligent, non-insulting comments and share it with your family and friends and all that good stuff. Live show Eastern time, 7 to 8 on Mondays, every Monday, trying to build that up. In the WNBA, it appears to people, most of it didn't watch it on a regular basis before this, that it's more physical than the NBA, which would surprise, if you didn't know anything else, it would surprise people in general because men are usually more physical than women. Not that we don't think women are competitive. But it got pretty extreme last night with A.J. Wilson got hit 3 times in the face, the mouth, the nose. 2 of them weren't even called as fouls. The other one, I think they hit each other, though. There was one that they hit each other. Then there was another player who got almost tackled from behind, and I don't think there was a foul. No, it was a foul was called, but a flagrant foul wasn't called. So my point of this would be where she got tackled from behind, it should have been a flagrant foul. And on A.J. Wilson's, why wasn't there a foul called on all 3? And why aren't the refs doing a better job? What do you think, Rob?
Yeah, that's like I said, we've been in another video. The commissioner has to really step in. That's her job. She's got to set a precedent and say, hey, enough of this ball, because they're turning off people who were normally who just started watching it, and they're getting turned off to it now. So you got to get in there and first go after referees. Get some referees or tell them, hey, make the calls that are very obvious. And then also talk to the coaches, because Tim Witherspoon did not really address what happened with Carter. I mean, that's a point. I mean, as a coach, I mean, you have to talk to your players, but you have to put down as a commissioner, this is the way we're going to run the league, and if you don't follow the rules, this is what's going to happen.
Well, the commissioner's been there 5 years, Rob, so she's had plenty of time to clean it up. And part of it is the players don't want it to change, because there was a quote from one player: "We don't want to change it. If you want to see soft basketball, go watch the NBA," which isn't soft, especially in the playoffs. but they cleaned up the dirtiness of the 80s and whatever, because people want to see basketball. And when you're tackling Michael Jordan and hit him in the head when he go to the basket, and we want to see him do a fantastic move, even if it's not a dunk. And that's what the rules allowed him to do.
Right.
So when you do that and you make the game ugly and people don't like it, if they want to see ugly sport, go watch hockey, go watch MMA. And I'm not saying hockey's kind of cleaned itself up over the last 5 years. I'll give it credit for that. But it took 50 years for it to do that. And I talked about this before. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. So I think the commissioner should have gotten together with the refs, the management, the owners, the coaches, all of them, and got together and let them know this year. And she said 5 years to do this. It should only take a year or 2 to do that. This year we're cracking down on it. Okay. These hard fouls are going to be flagrant fouls. The flagrant ones that we called before are now going to be flagrants too, as long as it fits the definition. I'm not saying you change the rules, but we're going to call fouls on this. We're not going to look the other way. And then you get the refs and say, if the refs don't call it, you're fired. Guess what? You get a review after every game. Guess what? You don't even make it through the year.
Right.
And if they had done this 5 years ago, you wouldn't be seeing what people are calling prison ball right now. If they had, as Tony Kornheiser likes to say about Adam Silver, a living, breathing commissioner, I don't think I haven't been involved in the WNBA, because I got involved just like everybody else with Caitlin Clark to see it. But I can see by looking at the fact that she's been there 5 years, and I can look at what's going on in the league right now, that she's not doing her job as a commissioner.
Well, speaking of Caitlin Clark, I think she just got into the league, and then people are saying, oh, what they're doing to Caitlin Clark. This has been going on, like you said, for over 5 years. It seems like since Caitlin Clark came into the league, now it's really coming to attention, focusing on, like I said, it's on Caitlin Clark, the way that she's getting fouls and other fouls. So
look at how she handled the game with Caitlin Clark, where she got 2 injured twice. Once there was no call, and I don't know what happened to the refs, or they talked to the refs, but I think it should have been upgraded to flagrant 2.
Right.
And the one with Angel Reese, when she elbowed her, I thought that should have been upgraded to a flagrant 1. It wasn't even called as a foul. So I guess they couldn't upgrade it. But also the Angel Reese one, where with Thomas, when she got taken down, it got a flagrant 2, was thrown out, but I would have suspended her for an additional game.
Right.
and make a statement. You can't pull someone down by the neck from that.
Right.
That's not basketball. I
Right.
don't care if it happened during a play or not.
That's what we're saying. I mean, that's what we're saying. I mean, you gotta clamp down. I mean, you gotta set precedent. You gotta say, hey, this is it. This is the way you want the league to succeed, and you got a player in there, and you got players. I'm sorry, like I said, all the players are there to play ball. So, but if you don't enforce the basic call like that anybody can see or a 5-year-old can see, then you're not doing your job, and then maybe you should be gone as commissioner. Put somebody else in there.
Maybe, and here's another thing. I read this in comments where women was, I'm a mother and I won't bring my daughters to WNBA games. And Caitlin Clark brought a lot of eyes onto this league, and other people did too. I understand that, but a lot of young girls are fans of hers, and all different races too. I watched 10 games. A lot of black girls are wearing her jersey, just so it's clear. But that doesn't even matter. What matters is that there's a lot of new eyes on the game, and a lot of young girls emulate women who play sports because they're older than them, and that's what they want to be. If they might want to be a star athlete, and if you're turning off the mothers and the young girls to prison ball, how is your league ever going to grow? I don't understand. I don't understand what they're thinking and why the commissioner didn't clean this up, and why the players continue to want to play prison ball and hurt each other. That's the other thing. I mean, God forbid if we ever think about the fact and safety of the players, and they're going to hurt each other. Don't they think about their own safety? If you clock someone else, someone's going to clock you back.
So that's what I mean. So instead of focusing in about Caitlin Clark and all these things, maybe the players should focus in on to the commissioner complaining about the fouls. We keep focusing in and being jealous about Caitlin Clark, about focusing in on what's happening to you personally and the league.
Well, that's
where your power. That's where you should be.
Well, they've had 27 years to do that, and the commissioner's had 5 years. So I think that's what's disturbing to people. Because like I said, I read comments and why people don't say they're not going to bring their daughters to games, and maybe they won't go. And men support it more than women. But if you're trying to grow your woman audience, and you're turning them off to them and their daughters, what does that say about the future of the league in terms of them coming to games or watching games?
I want to even play in the WNBA. I don't want to play that, Mom. Look at the way she knocked her over like that, and they didn't do anything. I'm not going to go in there.
Yeah, maybe they'll go. Maybe listen. When you're in high school, like the one guy who was the best athlete, he was good at every sport he did, right? Kind of, not always, but some guys specialize. But back in the day, that's what happened. We own a guy who was good at all 3 sports throughout the year, right? Same thing with these women. If that woman's a great athlete and they're turned off by the WNBA play, they'll just choose another sport. I know there's not a lot of professional sports for women. There's less than there is for men, but there are other professional sports they could go after, and maybe that's what they're going to concentrate on. You can go after a sport where you can get endorsements, like in obviously they're not going to go into gymnastics if they're 6 foot tall, but they're going to go track and field. Things of that nature.
Soccer's a sport. Yeah, soccer's the one where they mostly go after. It's moving up. So
why? Because it's not as physical. I mean, it is at the men's level, more physical.
Well, it's physical. It's physical, but see what they do. If you do a play like that, you get called for a yellow card, or you get a red card, or you get thrown out of the game.
Yeah, but Rob, the difference is men's soccer is more physical than women's soccer.
Right.
So they'll go and play that, and that the field hockey can't make money in, but they can make money in that, and they can make money in volleyball. So if they're tall and they see the WNBA where they're going to get assaulted, I don't care if you can say anything. Some of these are assaults especially when it's off the ball. They're not aggravated assaults. It's at least a simple assault, though. They're going to go play volleyball.
Right.
If they're 6 foot tall, 6'2", 6'4", why would they go in the WNBA? They make money. Beach volleyball players make a lot of money.
Right.
And it's the great athletes that you want in your league to upgrade the quality of your league. And if they go play volleyball instead, you're losing out on the quality of your play that people are going to enjoy watching more.
Exactly. That's exactly
the ones that could potentially dunk in the future, and make it a little bit more exciting for people who complain that there's no, air ball in the game.
Right.
I don't know what to say. They're not being very smart about this. It's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe after the All-Star break or whatever, but they need to really. She really needs to sit down and be assertive and like, okay, what's better? I mean, like I said, the players have to stop. Well, they need to step up too. You get an input in there because they're the ones getting assaulted. So they need to say, hey, what are you going to do about this? So they need to step up too. Also, the players.
This is everyone. This is commissioner. This is owners. This is the general managers. This is the coaches. This is the players, and this is the refs. But the refs and the commissioners are the key, because if you start enforcing it, they'll stop doing it.
Right.
That's what happened in the NBA. That's what happens in every sport. That's what happens in football. They have all sorts of rules that they can't do what they could in the 60s and 50s and 70s, where they basically assaulted guys when they tackled them and put their life and limbs at danger because of the way they tackled them, and that was very, very likely to get injured. And by the way, so anyways, I think there's too much of that, and I think most everybody else agrees. I haven't seen one comment that says, it's just physical. It's just physical. They're confusing physical play with dirty play. The ones that are defending this, or the players that say, well, we like it this way. There was a quote from a woman like that. They're confusing physical play with dirty play, and they need to wise up to realize that's stupid. Sorry, it's stupid. I don't know how to say it.
I mean, I don't like to use that word, but you're right. It is stupid. I don't like to use that word, but yeah, it's very
detrimental to their future. It's counterproductive, whatever word you want to use. And I guess that's all I have to say about it. You have anything else you want to say about it?
Me too. That's about it.
All right, so that's one stupid thing. Stupid thing number 2 is, of course, ESPN, which is pretty good at being stupid at this point. Caitlin Clark was ranked as the 6th best rookie in the league by, what was his name, Neil Payne. I don't even. He does this. He's a stat guy, and he does this advanced analytics, they call it. Okay, and there's like PER and win share, and there's a third one. I don't even know what the heck it is, and I kind of know what they are, and they have a certain effect, certain analysis that you can use to make certain arguments that you can't with regular stats or just watching a game. But they're not everything. They're just one factor when you evaluate how good somebody is.
Right.
And so he basically was just looking at efficiency, but efficiency is not the only factor on what a player does. And I can give you lots of other factors. And and in fact, this analysis takes zero consideration into how good a team they're playing on, and whether they're a role player, whether they're a star player, whether they get a lot of attention from the other team or not. Heaven forbid if we consider the fact that she's the most guarded person probably in WNBA history, most double teamed and triple teamed, and the other players aren't. I mean, Kate Martin was voted 3rd, and she's a role player on a great team. And there's nothing against Kate Martin. I love Kate Martin, but she's not targeted for defense. She comes in and people don't even know who she is because she's new in the league.
So with this ranking, I mean, so he's a stat guy. So why is he putting Caitlin Clark 6th?
Because he's only looking at efficiency rating, and because she's had the turnovers, and that I guess you don't consideration.
Like you said,
a lot. She's getting double and triple teams. Sometimes she gets.
Like you said, there's the other factors where she was playing back-to-back games out west, and she was tired, and they had the toughest schedule. And I mean, you got to, like you said, he didn't put those factors into the game.
Yeah, and Cameron Brink had bad games the last couple of games, and she had like 2 points the other game, and she was rated number 1. And Angel Reese, number 2, but she shoots from 2 feet from the basket, and she's shooting like 33%. I'm not saying they're not both really good players, because they are, but Kate Martin's 3rd and Caitlin Clark's 6th. 2 players I never heard of were 4th and 5th. Oh no, that's not true. I knew Kia Jackson is, and she's playing pretty well. She's a pretty good. The other player I didn't even know who it was. It was 5th. I don't even know who it was. So I don't know what to say. I'm not taking it seriously. I don't think anybody else is, except for the people that hate Caitlin Clark. They're going to take it seriously, but I don't care. I mean, that's one person's opinion, and it's meaningless from my perspective. And she won Rookie of the Month, so obviously people don't agree with them, even though I know she played poorly last game.
And there you go, right there. So I guess she won Rookie of the Month. So what does that mean? So I guess she's not that good. She had to be good to win Rookie of the Month over those other players.
Rob, you know she's not that good. She's a one-trick pony. She's way overrated. Stop it.
And she all she does is shoot threes.
That's her one trick.
That's it.
Anyways, I think it's ridiculous, and at least he could have put her in the top 3. I mean, then whatever. Doesn't matter. What he ranks isn't the law. It's just what he says.
Yeah, any bobblehead from ESPN, I don't take seriously.
So. Well, so when you rank someone, you have to take everything into consideration. You have to watch them. You have to say what they're up against. You have to look at regular statistics, and you have to look at advanced statistics. You have to and what kind of team they're playing on, and what their role is, and all sorts of how hard their schedule was, like 11 times in 20 games and back to backs, and whether they were tired or not. Heaven forbid if you take that into consideration.
Right.
Anyways, we'll see.
So, yeah. Well, it's another ESPN.
Well, wait, I'll give you another example, and I'll defend Angel Reese on this. Well, like when Camila Cardozo comes in, and the two of them are both basically playing similar positions. They're both going to be center/forwards. Angel Reese's numbers are going to go down. That doesn't mean she's not going to play as well. It's just Camila Cardozo is a very good player and also a very good offensive rebounder, and she can score some. So her numbers are going to go down. Does that mean Angel Reese isn't playing as well? No, it's because there's another player out there who's also good, and their numbers are going to go down. But Kevin Freda, well, the efficiency ratings are going to go down. Exactly. We're going to have to lower Angel Reese now. So that's why you have to take everything into consideration, because that's what's going to happen. Angel Reese's numbers are going to go down some. I hope her shooting percentage goes up for her sake if she wants to be considered a great player. Because, like I said, she's shooting very close from the basket.
Well,
I'm defending Angel Reese here, but.
Well, she had 16 points last night. Yeah, she had 16 points last night, and she was 5 for 17. She was 5 for 17, so that's not very good. So, but she got 11 rebounds.
Someone made a comment to me. She said, Angel Reese is not a very good player. He goes, stop it. I go, really? Really? Do you want just because the Clarksies don't like Angel Reese, I have to say she sucks just to make them happy? I'm not going to say that. I started this channel to be straightforward and intelligent, objective, and honest, and I'm going to continue to do that. I'm not going to I'm not going to underrate Angel Reese because I don't like her and other people don't like her. I don't like her, and I'm still saying really good things about her play, even though their shooting is obvious. That's just the way it is. And I think Camila Cardozo has great potential. Like I said before, she's got great size. She's also a very good rebounder. She can score, and she hasn't played. I think she started basketball a little bit at a later age, from what I understand. So I think she's really going to develop. And Cameron Brinks, again, very good player, and she's a very good defender. She's getting a lot of blocks and all that good stuff. Kate Martin's filling in nicely with the team. Like I said, good for her. Good for Rickea Jackson. She seems talented. All the good stuff. I want the WNBA to succeed, but as we talked about in another video, they're not going to do that if they don't get rid of the overly physical prison ball type play.
Right. Exactly.
That's all I have to say. Tonight, this video is being recorded Friday, and Caitlin Clark has a game tonight, and I think she's going to really explode. I think the team's going to play well, and I think they're going to win because they're playing an 0-17.
Right. And I think because the Washington's playing a back-to-back and had a tough game last night, so I feel that, and then she's the Fever might have a first road win in there.
Right, and I'll be honest. I'll be very disappointed if she doesn't play well tonight. If she doesn't have a big game, because there's no reasons or excuses, whatever you want to call it, because they're well rested. They're playing a weak team, and all that stuff. I mean, they'd had time to practice together as a team. I don't know when. I guess Temi is not coming back yet, but they don't need her against that team.
Right? No, I don't.
If they lose, that it's going to put a lot of pressure on the coach's job if they lose to the Mystics. I
think so. Also, Boston's got to play a game too. So
she's been playing better, so it's good. And so Smith, so good. Like I said, I think they have 5 good players. I just don't think they play together well as a team, and they're not consistent on defense. So I'm hoping they do that tonight. Come out like gangbusters, and that's all I have to say. Anyways, a live show every Monday, 7-8 Eastern time. Please make some intelligent, non-insulting comments, and really, we need more subscribers, please. It's free, absolutely free. I swear to God, I'm not lying to you. You don't got to put your credit card in. You just got to hit a button.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Yeah.
Hit that notification bell so you get our next videos. And we talk about the NBA, the WNBA, the Olympics, and college and pro football, and college and men's and women's basketball. That's all we call it, football and basketball in Summer Olympics. We'll do the Winter Olympics, I guess, 2 years from now. We're still here. Anyways, thank you for your support, and we've had great comments, so I appreciate that. Thanks for the compliments. And anyways, I want to say goodbye, Bob.
Yeah, peace out.
All right, take care, everyone.